And frankly, I don't think I've ever been challenged to stand for what is good and right, just or honorable. First of all those words mean different things to different people, they are sufficiently vague that a moral relativist like me can't be sure exactly what to construe. Moral relativism is a whole speech of its own, though. So even assuming that I had established concrete values dictating what was just and honorable, I would still hesitate to say that I have ever been challenged to uphold them. In fact, I will outright say that it has never been a challenge for me, nor ever should be for anyone, really, to stand for what is just and right. If it is, then the principle in question is not one's own, and one's adherence to it is only superficial and not worth defending in any case. When Emerson wrote that nothing can bring you peace but the triumph of principles, it ought to be a natural corollary that the principles in question must be yours. When one is faced with a decision of morally unambiguous choices, the only difficult choice one can make is a wrong one. That is, if you are truly doing what you believe is right, the decision will not only be easy, but natural. If you are confident in what is good and right, and what is just and honorable, if you are sure of your own principles, then there ought not be any challenge to speak of. The difficulty in all this comes when one looks at one's personal standards in the context of society. There is not always a happy accord between the two. I think traditionally as a civilization we have a tendency to encourage our members to accept societal standards over personal ones. We tell our children, and in fact I saw this mantra written on a poster in the middle school not too long ago, to do the right thing just because it's the right thing to do. I would with all candor like to express my wholesale disagreement and even abject disgust with this statement. This, in my opinion, is the sort of idea that philosophers since Emerson and well before have been trying to weed out as a terrible reason for doing anything. I can see why upholding good and right would be a challenge if their meanings were dictated to you, established without your consent, but the reality is that this is never truly so. Your principles are your own, and no matter what anyone or anything tells you is good and right. You should know the truth without being told. Honor is, or ought to be, a matter of individual principle, not of societal mandate. Security in what is true justice is not difficult if your principles are authentically yours. I am reminded of a quote by Thoreau that goes, for an impenetrable shield, stand inside yourself. That's really all there is to it, I think. You'll never find yourself morally unsatisfied or ethically incorrect if you stand ultimately for yourself. Thank you.